Ed, the snot-nosed kid.
Yeah, who seems to know a lot about whiskey, so I'm sitting here drinking his, and I'm enjoying myself thoroughly.
Yeah.
What do we got today, Eddie?
Well, we're continuing our sherry cask finished Scotch series. So today we've got Glenmorangie Lesanta.
Finishing, where was I for the rest?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, so this is Glenmorangie, and the last one we did was Macallan, which is actually aged exclusively in sherry casks.
Which, as I remember, was absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
Full flavor. Came full taste.
Get a good close up on the bottle.
There we go.
So the difference with this is, I mentioned in our Macallan review that some of the places they use, instead of using sherry seasoned casks, they use proper like sherry aged casks, stuff that actually aged sherry for commercial use. Glenmorangie is one of these. The other two major differences between this and Macallan is, one, the kind of stills they're using. They have really tall stills. When you have a tall still, less of that oily stuff escapes with the alcohol. So you get a much lighter, friendlier spirit.
Okay.
And because of that, because they have a lighter, friendlier spirit, they didn't age this in sherry casks exclusively. They only aged it in sherry casks for, I believe it was a few months, 6 months or so.
So pick up the sherry flavor
Exactly.
and a bit of the color, and what did they do with it the rest of the time?
Ex-bourbon. Ex-bourbon. Just like
okay.
So this one, whereas
This will be interesting.
The Macallan was American wood that was new with sherry in it. This was American wood that had previously held bourbon, and then the rest, then sherry wood.
Wow. So it's got a lot going on for it.
Mm-hmm. So this is a 12-year-old. So same age as the Macallan we just tried. Let's take a peek at this real quick. Yeah. So right off the bat, what I'm noticing is it's a lot lighter than the Macallan. A lot lighter.
But what is it jumping out at my nose? There's one specific.
So the main thing I'm getting is kind of a light. There's that light citrusy.
That's it.
Yeah, there's a light citrusy note. And then there's a hint of that darker fruit, a hint of like plum or raisin or grape.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, sure. But you have a bigger nose than I have. So, I mean, better.
Yeah,
nose.
right. No, I got a little. I'm aware. A little aquiline thing going on here.
Suits you well, especially for this.
Right. And then there is that kind of that little bit of that light. You can get a little bit of light vanilla-y, honey-y. This is a Speyside like Macallan. They tend to be a little lighter, a little fruitier.
I don't catch any of the tannins that I did with the other.
No, not really.
Had, some of that dark
flavor
that hit the back of your throat and really tasted quite fine.
Oh yeah, no, the Macallan it definitely has that oaky, that spicy oakiness.
Sure.
And this doesn't quite have that. And that's partially.
It smells delightful.
Yeah.
Wait and see how it tastes.
Let's see.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's sharp.
It is. It's a little sharper than the Macallan.
It's very sharp.
Yeah. It's a little.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dancing on my tongue, kind of
Yeah.
sharp with pins on its feet.
Yeah. But see, I don't know. I don't hate that. I like a little heat myself because there's not a whole lot of spice in this. And I think a little bit of heat from the ethanol kind of makes up for that. I think the other thing I do find with this one is I get a little bit of sulfur. And sulfur is a controversial topic when it comes to Scotch.
Why so?
Because people hate it. People, I mean, and it's understandable. Like, why would you want to taste like rotten eggs and stuff?
Or match heads.
Yeah. But for me, I like that. I get a little bit of that meatiness. It's a little, like a little bit.
So I got to ask, where does the sulfur come from?
The sulfur actually comes from the sherry cask.
Oh.
So this one actually has no peat. Even like the Macallan didn't really have peat much, but this has no peat whatsoever.
Right.
And so the sulfur actually comes from the way it used to be the sulfur would come from the way they would fumigate the sherry casks. They would use a certain kind of candle. And now the theory is that because they're letting sherry casks sit for longer, because they're not just shipping them out, you're getting a little bit more of that sulfuriness.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, because it's sitting out in the sun.
Right.
Which
aging.
A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people hate that. A lot of people wish they would just go back, let the Spaniards ship their sherry out the same way they always have. I don't mind it. This isn't heavy and strong like the Macallan,
no.
But it's still. You can tell it's got some sherry there.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's very much like
For
sherry.
sure.
It's got that, like when you break into the cooking sherry at home and mom's looking at it.
Yeah, right.
Cooking sherry.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, Mom. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
I did.
Ooh.
I have done that. It was disgusting. I've
Not
never,
good.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not. That's why it's cooking sherry and not
drinking
regular sherry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's one of the less fantastic things I've drunk.
Right.
Not the worst by far.
What are you gonna do when you're 12?
Okay, so we had a touch of water. Yeah, and really what you want to do is let the water sit for a minute.
That mellows it out quite a bit. Not picking up the citrusy flavor I had. The first pungent.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's lessened with the water.
I got to agree with you. Yeah.
Normally I would think that would bring the flavor up, but this is not a particularly oily whiskey, is it?
No, it's not.
Most of my class,
it's pretty light.
Yeah, it's very light.
And what did they bottle that? I know the Macallan was 43. This is also 43. So they didn't take it all the way down to 40%, which is nice. Yeah, I feel like I get more of the vanilla now, more like a vanilla cookie, and less of the stuff.
Especially when you drink it. Yeah. Still got the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
I think it'll always have the heat regardless of what you do to it. But
I've had this.
It's pretty good.
It is. I've had this previously, and I felt like the water really opened up more of the sulfur, and I'm not getting that this time. This time it's really more vanilla cookie kind of baked goods with just like what are those little cookies? They got the orange jam on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it is.
Yeah, good comparison. I don't know what they're called though.
Yeah. So that was Glenmorangie. Glenmorangie. Okay. The name, by the way, Valley of Tranquility in Gaelic. Yeah, it's a pretty good name. Pretty good name. So, but that was Glenmorangie.
Sweet. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Yeah.
And this has been the Rock Out Review. Cheers.